Hi everyone, it's Kelsey. So the first part of the question asks, what kept Augustine from surrendering to Christ for so many years, and what or who was instrumental in turning his life to seek God? The lecture states that as Augustine got older, his admiration grew for the pagan writings of Cicero, and he also developed a dislike for the scriptures as of inferior literary and philosophical quality to the wisdom and eloquence found in pagan classical writings. Augustine was also a truth seeker, and pagan writings made more sense to him at the time. He also had a son out of wedlock and continued to live with his concubine and have relations with her for a total of 15 years. During this time, Augustine was also questioning events in the world and evil in the world as well. And that really caused him to turn away from scripture. I think that there were two people who were instrumental in turning his life around to seek God. The first was his mother, as she was a devout Christian, and she was saddened and disappointed when Augustine turned away from Christian faith. The second person was Ambrose, who served as Bishop of Milan. As the lecture states, Ambrose challenged the arguments of philosophers and interpreted the difficult parts of the Old Testament. Augustine then found himself in Ambrose's church and was so influenced that he eventually found himself on the way to conversion. Augustine also made acquaintances with other Christians and sort of developed like a circle of friends with other believers that also helped him on his journey as well. And what makes Augustine's life and testimony so engaging after all these centuries? Well, I think that his life and his testimony is engaging because after everything that he was faced with, from turning his back on Christianity to battling the desires of his flesh, he still became one of the most important and prominent and influential figures in Christian history, which just goes to show that God can use anyone for his glory, no matter what the circumstances are. So I hope you all have a great weekend and have a good day. Bye.